So I have a very important and interesting video on how to get rid of this dental plaque and tartar situation that you might have. I did a video on this before, but it wasn't fully complete. So this would be like a part 2 because there's something very important to add to this formula to get rid of plaque, okay? And this involves vitamin C. Now, we have the vitamin C complex that, in nature, comes with a lot of different components. One being a part of the vitamin C complex called ascorbic acid. Many times you'll see vitamin C referred to as ascorbic acid, but it's really not. It's just a part of the vitamin C complex. However, you can use ascorbic acid to help get rid of plaque. But I want to first give you some background on vitamin C in relation to oral health. Now, you've probably heard of scurvy, which is a severe vitamin C deficiency, and all the different effects that can arise from it. At one time, sailors developed scurvy and had a lot of problems because they were basically lacking any food with vitamin C. Over time, they found that you could give a sailor limes, lemons, onions, and even potatoes to supply the vitamin C, and that seemed to cure scurvy. So, what is it about this vitamin that is so important? Well, if you don't have enough vitamin C, you cannot make collagen, okay? Vitamin C is essential for making collagen. I'm talking about collagen in your skin, in your bone tissue, including your teeth, in your ligaments, in your tendons, in your muscles, in your joints, and in all of your arteries, including the capillaries. So, when you don't have enough vitamin C, for example, in your capillaries, you get blood leaking through the capillary wall, creating bleeding. One of the big indicators that you are vitamin C deficient is when you experience bleeding gums. Anything like gingivitis or periodontal disease is usually related in some way to a vitamin C deficiency. Now, you probably already know that sugar is bad for your teeth and gums. The sugar feeds the bacteria that develop acids, causing cavities, inflamed gum tissue, and plaque and tartar. So, what actually is tartar? Tartar is biofilms. Okay, what's a biofilm? Biofilms are colonies of microbes that have banded together, developing these calcium igloos or shelters to hide from your immune system. In nature, about 90 to 95% of all these bacteria start to form biofilms. In fact, if you were to walk through a little stream, for example, you would notice that if you step on a rock, it's very slippery. There's slime. That's the formation of biofilms. One of the defense mechanisms that these microbes use is this kind of protective shell. Biofilms form tartar on your teeth, they form plaque in your arteries, and they also form calcium deposits in your joints. Biofilms are around us everywhere. I do want to touch on the relationship between vitamin C and biofilms in just a second. But first, let me complete my thought on vitamin C and its function in your body. Without vitamin C, you can actually get really bad breath because of an overgrowth of bacteria. Vitamin C suppresses pathogens, including viruses, bacteria, yeast, fungus, mold, and of course, biofilms. Vitamin C also acts as an antihistamine. In the body, when you have histamines, it's related to allergies. This is why vitamin C is good to take to reduce sneezing, runny nose, and mucus production. Vitamin C, as I already mentioned, is essential for generating and making connective tissue and collagen. Vitamin C also helps activate folate. The inactive form of folic acid converts into folate, and vitamin C is necessary for this conversion. Vitamin C is also necessary for converting cholesterol into bile salts, converting tryptophan into serotonin, and converting dopamine into epinephrine. There are many neurotransmitter functions that vitamin C is involved with, including making adrenal hormone steroids like cortisol. You need vitamin C for that. As you already know, vitamin C is very important in fighting off infections, decreasing the duration of infections, and increasing your resistance to infections. When you're low on vitamin C, you're susceptible to getting biofilms. Another interesting point is that we know vitamin C saved the sailors, but there was another problem related to sailors that I want to cover, which is actually interesting. Ships developing barnacles. These barnacles underneath the ship would add tremendous amounts of weight and resistance when traveling through the sea. Barnacles are basically collections of organisms, like clams and lobsters, and even smaller organisms with calcium shells. If you have a ship with all these barnacles, you're going to add like a third more fuel because of the weight. The name assigned to barnacles is marine fouling. They've tried many things to get rid of these biofilm growths, including different paints with chemicals, which are very toxic. But in 1990, a sailor had a brilliant idea while eating a sandwich with red-hot chili peppers in it. He wondered if these chili peppers would kill off the barnacles. He found out that they effectively did kill off these microorganisms. So he developed a type of paint using chili peppers, and it worked great. Chili peppers not only have certain active compounds that kill biofilms, but they are also very high in vitamin C. One byproduct that vitamin C turns into is hydrogen peroxide, which is another anti-biofilm chemical. In fact, your body even makes hydrogen peroxide to protect against too many biofilms. In my first video, I gave you a formula that you can use when brushing your teeth to help reduce plaque and tartar, but I did not include vitamin C in this formula. Okay, so I'm going to explain what I recommend. The first ingredient in this new formula, which has only 4 ingredients, is to take 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and dissolve it in a half a cup of warm water. Dissolve it completely, and then add 1/4 teaspoon of 3% hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is a great mouthwash and a very powerful anti-biofilm compound. Then, I'm going to recommend something else. 1/4 teaspoon of non-GMO ascorbic acid. All you're going to do is brush your teeth with this once a day, spit it out, and you're probably going to have one of the most powerful anti-biofilm compounds around. I recommend brushing your teeth all around, inside and outside, then spitting it out and rinsing your mouth. You can also add peppermint essential oil to help with the taste and leave your breath smelling better. On top of that, just to understand what vitamin C does and the effects of vitamin C deficiency for oral health is huge. You should be consuming things high in vitamin C regularly. This includes several foods: peppers, both red, hot, mild, and green vegetables. Pretty much all green vegetables are loaded with vitamin C. The next thing would be limes and lemons in your diet. Realize that if you're getting lemon juice or lime juice in a glass or container, it's been pasteurized, and vitamin C is very sensitive to oxygen and heat. There's really little vitamin C unless you're using an actual lemon or lime. Of course, fermented cabbage, like sauerkraut, has a ton of vitamin C. Now that you're more educated about vitamin C, I really want you to understand the difference between natural vitamin C complex versus just the synthetic version, ascorbic acid. This is very important for you to have the full picture. So I created this video and put it up right here for you. Check it out.